GM. GM. So, after a few days of selling, a few days of um, fear and panic in the markets, and it's all based around Israel and Iran conflict, and then a lot of theatrics. I've been saying this for a while, how they're announcing ahead of time what they're going to do. We're going to attack 2 days from now. We're going to send drones, but they take 10 hours to get there. Now Netanyahu said we're going to postpone an attack until Passover. So the market perceives this in whatever way it's going to perceive it. But one of the things you want to watch for, gold has been strong while the market's been weak because fears of war is generally good for gold. But this structure on the low time frames is breaking. So yesterday it sold off a little bit of a bounce overnight, but looks more like just short covering. And if gold reverses here and goes lower, that's probably going to be what will kickstart a relief rally for the stock market. So look at the S&P. It's obviously been beaten down quite heavily, but room here for a reaction rally, and could rally back up to that 51.60 level. And if it did, that would be also give room for altcoins and Bitcoin, but altcoins mostly, I would say, to rally after they collapsed quite aggressively over the weekend on war fears. You want to look at them. One that I noticed has a particularly good structure is near. You want to look at their Saturday levels, or their levels, before the panic over the weekend. So that's an area where we broke down from. Some of the good alts, some of the stronger alts will get back to that level, maybe even go above it if we get a rally. Looking at the 4 hour, I'm just going to put the 4 hour trend bands on. You can see the ones that are getting closest to actually crossing their bands back to green for a rally. Near seems to be one of the leaders there. ETH is following Bitcoin pretty much. I think there's better options out there than ETH. Solana is same. Again, I think there's better options out there. There's other alts that are holding stronger structure. I'll go down and look through some of these. My initial expectation is that this is just going to be a bounce. No idea how far it goes if it does come. I wouldn't say it will mark a bottom. It'll probably be a relief rally initially, because you have a strong downtrend. You get a rally up, right? Rally up, there you go. Like you could see something like this on, say, for example. You get a rally up, chops around for a bit, it eventually goes lower. Or it could be the beginning of a bottom. I don't know, but this is trade of the day. So my focus is what's happening in the next 24 hours. And I think it's most likely that we could actually see a rally. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. And if it doesn't come today or tomorrow, that's probably a pretty bearish sign for the market, as this should be an area where there's room for relief. Now, don't forget as well that this is not the same as saying you need to be fully back into alts or fully long or whatever, because if we do rally, that's what people are going to say. Oh, we're back. It was just a shakeout. I still maintain that there hasn't been enough chop yet, enough consolidation, enough pain. But anyway, I could be wrong. I think I lean towards a rally. Near looks strongest from what I've seen so far. Akash looks pretty good there as well, holding up better than most. I'll just scroll through and see is there anything else of note, anything interesting. Yeah, near again. Definitely near so far. Injective looks okay. Sui, decent. Most of these just look identical. Really? Maker? Had quite strong capitulation, rallying off the lows. It's already back, so in a sign of strength, it's already reached back to its breakdown levels. So there's clearly some demand there for Maker rising up, but can't say that looks great there. It's like a lot of inefficiency below, touched into that breakdown level. Yeah, I would rather avoid that. Although it could do well. DYDX could have a bit of a move. But to be honest, as I look at these, even though again short term rally could happen, none of these charts look remotely close to being bullish again. Yeah, I mean, almost everything is just fucked. So, Litecoin, there you go. Litecoin stronger than most. If it can hold and have a good 4 hour close there, and then the market continues higher, Litecoin could probably surprise people and outperform a bit. So out of what I've seen, I think near is the best so far. But I want to see where did it reset to on its sell-off. Yeah. A decent, obviously a huge flush. Dropped down, held 100 several days in a row now. Holding at a tight consolidation. Probably pushes up at least into a retest of this breakdown level. Or up into the resistance above. Again, I lean more towards these being lower high bounces. So my expectation would be rallies up there, get faded, and we come back down. And then if it is going to form a bottom, it does it more like that. I think that's most likely. So I'm not saying that everything's up only bullish. I think this breakout level, it's got retested. Probably test again, hold, and away we go. I think that'll be my estimation, that we're going to see something like that. So keep that in mind. It doesn't mean like fucking get long near and hold it for the next 6 weeks. I just, stranger things have happened. Maybe that was a shakeout and we're fucking going to just fly to the moon. My initial expectation would be less bullish than that. I think it would be more of a relief rally, short-term bounce, and then we'll see where we go from there. So that's it. GM. Keep an eye on macro today. That's really what's going to matter. If you see stocks strong, gold weak, dollar weak, is probably equaling risk rally, but a relief rally. GM.